Do I really have to do this? Is it really necessary? What's up, Canes fans? It is the Beast. I'm up here in Beantown. True Dunks. I don't know, may I digress? It's got to be a water thing, but the Dunkin' Donuts coffee up here is exponentially superior to what we have in South Florida, but that's neither here nor there. Up here for my parents' 50th anniversary. Threw them a surprise dinner, a surprise party, flew people in they hadn't seen in years. It was a whole to-do, and I figured, hey, this is a great weekend, right? Miami's going to kill Middle Tennessee State, and I won't miss much. And then crap happened, and it was crap. It was absolutely crap. First, let's start here. No one should be fired, okay? Let's just back that off. No one should be fired. So just cut that out. 2, I've been saying, if you've been watching my videos all season, from game 1, every game, I've told you, Tyler Van Dyke does not look right. I don't know if it's physical. I don't know if there's an injury they're not telling us about. I don't know if it's simply can't get the play. I don't know what it is, but he does not look right. And, it's odd because, I see people trashing him online, and it's like, take a step back. Like, we have proof that he is a good quarterback. Everyone that I talk to, and I don't try not to burn sources, but I will say this. I know I have a very good okay, in that area. And through last year, through the summer, he's at the Manning camp, all this stuff. The feedback that I got from the people that were with Tyler last year over the summer camp said, this guy's got the goods. This guy has the goods. This guy is going to be the first Miami NFL quarterback since forever, okay? Experts, people that do this for a living, okay? High, mighty people. And for some reason, as game 1 started, it all just fell apart. And I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm not on campus every day. I don't do the digging that I used to do. I can't explain it. Something is wrong with that boy. Okay? So I'm going to back off him. I'm not going to rip him because I think there's something wrong there. And if that's the case, you know what? Bye week hits at the right time. Let's see if we can get things back on track. If it's an injury, get it healed. If it's mental, get it fixed. Whatever it is, this is a good time for a bye week. Now, I will say this. Jake Garcia went in and looked good. I don't think he looked great, but he looked good. But the one thing I noticed, and I don't know if this was the matter of the quarterback or the play calling had to switch, but did you notice that Jake Garcia was able to find Will Mallory a lot? And that is what has been missing from the Hurricanes offense the entire first, whatever it is, quarter of the season. So there's that, okay? The offense, and there was no running game. So that sucked. And here's my contention. And I want to take nothing away from Middle Tennessee State because they were coached extremely well. They played extremely well. They took advantage of weaknesses in Miami's defense. They played a perfect game for them. So I can't take listen, no matter the level of competition, if that team goes out and plays a perfect game, kudos to them. Kudos to them. But I'm going to tell you this. If you're a Power 5 school that's supposed to be an upper echelon team, you should not get outcoached because you get all the resources to bring in the best coaches, and Miami has done that. And then I'm going to use 2 words that aren't really words, but coaches use them all the time. You shouldn't get out-athleted, right? The other team shouldn't have better athletes than you because you got a recruiting budget that's 4 billion times the size. And you definitely should not bleeping get out-physicaled. Listen, Master Mustache, he may be juicy, but what the bleep? I love the guy. He's got a great mustache, and he's got guns. That's great. Guns out, sun's out, sun's out, guns out. However that goes. I have no guns. I have flabby biceps. But Master Mustache, got to get these boys a little more physical because they were getting dominated by athletes that should not be dominating them. And that felt crappy. So there's that. And then defensively, I mean, obviously Middle Tennessee spotted weaknesses all over our defensive backfield and just went for it. And guys are getting beat deep, left and right. I mean, I've never seen a team in my almost 30 years covering the Miami Hurricanes. Jesus, I'm old. I've never seen a team go deep on Miami that many times, be successful, and just, I mean, that was their entire game, was just go deep, right? 69, 80, 100, whatever it was. Let's just keep throwing deep, pick on Miami's DBs, boom, touchdown, 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 touchdown. Pathetic. Just pathetic. I don't want to beleaguer all these points. I didn't even look at the stats other than to notice that we had no running game. All I know is this. Bye week comes at a good time. And listen, it's going to sound stupid, but yes, you can still win the Coastal, go to the ACC Championship and do something there, okay? You've lost 2 games out of conference. But the way they played on Saturday, if that's indicative of how the rest of the season's going to go, bleep me, okay? Now, in watching Mario's presser after the game, there was some truth there. I would go find the Canes All Access YouTube and go watch that press conference. He told you a truth. He said, when we got here, when we were hired last year, we started digging underneath the hood of this Miami program and found it's going to take a little bit. It's not going to be a quick turnaround. There's some shit happening here. And that's the case. You can't expect, I'm not defending anything. What happened on Saturday was inexcusable. Miami should not lose to Middle Tennessee State. Not in the way that they did, right? That should never happen. But this isn't a quick turnaround thing. Like, Mario opened the hood of the program and found some real rusty crap in there. And it's got to be weeded out, taken out, fixed, repaired, all of that stuff. It's going to take a couple of classes. It's going to take a couple of years. And as to Josh Gaddis and the offensive play calling, yeah, I think it's too conservative. I'm wishing that Rhett Lashley's hurry up spread was back, but maybe Josh Gaddis can learn, can revamp, can retool. There needs to be some more. It needs to be less conservative. Miami's got enough athletes to be less conservative. Now an issue is injuries. I mean, there's injuries all over the place. We got injuries at running back, receiver, defensive back. I mean, every position's got injuries. Hopefully the bye week does us well. Hopefully no one's out long term, especially Henry Parrish. Need that guy. Love that guy. That's my boy. We don't know each other, but Henry Parrish, you're my boy. I love you. So that's my deal on the Canes. Like, I mean, listen, I'm up here in Boston. It's beautiful outside. The leaves are changing. I'm with my family. I'm with friends I haven't seen in years. So, that dampens my rage a little bit. If I was back in South Florida, I would have poured 7 bottles of Pepto-Bismol down my throat. One last thing. And I might do a separate video on this. I also might do a separate video on the Dolphins, too, if I have time. But I'm heading to the airport momentarily, so maybe not. But even though we didn't really get along, I had a tremendous amount of respect for Jonathan Zaslow, who hosted middays, mornings and middays, and been on the ticket for 18 years. And the company formerly known as Entercom, now Odyssey, let him go on Friday. No one was more passionate about the Miami Heat. No one was more passionate about local sports. And I thought Zaz did a good job. They tied his hands behind his back when they didn't, give him a co-host again once Amber left. But the bottom line is this, okay? Here's what you need to know about local radio across the country, except in a few markets, maybe like Boston, New York, Philly, LA, Chicago, is all of these radio companies, Odyssey, iHeart, Cumulus, Cox, all of them, they're all in debt. Odyssey's got $2 billion worth of debt because they all have made horrible business decisions. They've had horrible financial predictions. They can't figure out how to monetize podcasting. They have no idea how to sell what's on their air, and no one's listening anymore. And it's their own fault. David Field at Odyssey made a dumbest decision ever with the CBS merger and just took on way more than he could chew. And I got fired. I mean, there's no one left in that building. So I'll do a separate vid, but I just wanted to send my wishes. If you all can tell Zaz I'm thinking about him, tweet at him and say, hey, Beast, knows that maybe you didn't love him. That's fine. Listen, you don't have to be best friends with everyone you work with, but I did respect Zaz a lot. And he did not deserve what happened to him. So I'm going to get back to South Florida. I'm going to get back into the grind, and I got some big things happening soon from a podcasting standpoint, from a content standpoint, so look for that. And until then, I will see you when I see you. Peace.